Hi, Victoria here, and welcome to another Victoria YouTube. Today, it's going to be about, the title of today is going to be LA, Land of Dreams. Now, I picked on LA because it's considered the mecca of the fantasy world. When I say the fantasy world, it's the mecca for making movies and making TV shows and all that kind of good stuff. Mostly for movies, a lot of it's for movies. And you know how movies are, a lot of them are about our dreams and you know, how we'd like to see things happen. But we can't really make them happen because we don't, for some reason we don't have the ability to do it. Either we're afraid to, or we don't think we can accomplish it. So we look onto Hollywood, the mecca of the world, or at least I call it the mecca of the world, to fulfill our dreams. You know, now my Indian friends out there, they have Bollywood. And there are, I don't like to call them imitations, but they are like copies of Hollywood, you know, in their own ways, in their own countries. I mean, Hollywood is going to last for a very long time. And that's because people love to dream, and they love to seek out their dreams. But most of the time, unfortunately, a lot of dreams don't come true. And the reason for that is more like, I don't know, lack of self-confidence. Is probably the biggest one, or fear of the consequences of taking such a risk in your life. You know, it's risky to take control of your life instead of, you know, fantasizing about it and dreaming about it. Dreaming about it is very easy. Living it, that's another story. And Hollywood is famous for that. Hollywood is very famous. And like LA. LA is just the city where Hollywood is. Big, big city. Real big city. You know? And it's, like I say, it's the mecca of the movie world. Even today. It's also, LA is the land of dreams, where you look and you see all these people or whatever getting everything they want in life. Beautiful cars, beautiful luxury, beautiful, you know, clothes, you know, beautiful people, you know. It's the illusion that everybody wants to live. It's the kind of, not, when I say illusion, it's not happening for them. And you see this in Hollywood, and especially Hollywood. It's an illusion because the most of the city is probably not very rich. I mean, they got money or whatever, or they got the poor, they got homeless. But nobody thinks of that. They think of the glitter, the glamour girls, the Hollywood starlets, the Hollywood stars. You know, money, cars, yachts, jets, you know, all that money can provide, all the luxury that money can buy. You know, jewelry, beautiful jewelry instead of this fake stuff I got on here. And, you know, beautiful dress. And it's what Hollywood gives you the illusion that, hey, you follow what goes on here in Hollywood, and you're going to have your dreams. You know, you're going to have your dreams, sure, true, but whether they're going to come true or not is another story, because you're too busy living the dream. And when you live it, you're not really going any farther with it. You know, you go to a movie or whatever, you watch a TV show, and you get your fun, and you get your high, and then you get away from it, and reality comes back in. That's the way that works. I'm a girl who believes in reality. LA, Hollywood, Bollywood in India, and others, they're designed to create fantasy, create a life for an individual that they probably can't live. So, there's where Hollywood comes in. They do some marvelous things and make everything happy ever ending. And there are bad endings, unfortunately, but in most cases, I mean, they're giving the people what they want. They're giving the people what they're afraid of having in real life, for the most part. They're giving them their dreams, their fantasy. But a dream is only a fantasy until it becomes reality. Then it's not a dream anymore. It's reality, and you're living it. That's the goal I do in my life, to live reality, to live what I want to dream about in reality, not in fantasy. And you can do the same thing. Yes, you can. Very easily done. You just got to believe in yourself. Okay? Hate to say this, but then you won't need Hollywood anymore. You know, because you're happy with your life, and you don't need a substitute in your life. You have what you need. I'm sure I'm not going to be too happy with Hollywood about this, but don't worry, Hollywood. You're going to be famous for a long time here. I never see a lot of people all of a sudden changing their way of life. But the option is there for people to live that kind of life, to live the life of reality without the help of Hollywood to fill in the gap. Okay? So Hollywood's a beautiful town. I'm talking about how LA is actually, like I say, it's a heart. You know? The area, you know. Whenever anybody talks about LA, it's LA, Los Angeles. They're talking about Hollywood. They're talking about glamour. They're talking about their dreams. That's what they're talking about, Hollywood in LA. Okay? So, Victoria's going to say bye. And, you know, live your dreams if you want to in fantasy. But believe me, it'll be much better if you live your dreams. Get rid of them and have reality instead. Live your life instead of turning on the TV or going to a movie. Because you're actually living it. You're not fantasizing about it when you watch it on this big screen. Victoria loves you all. Be good. And as I say at the end of every video, practically every video, keep on smiling. Bye. I love you. Always will.